dear. So it is 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and I am headed to the bus stop so I can hop on a bus and head into New York City for WordCamp New York City. And I'm going light on this trip because I'm kind of in and out. And tomorrow when I go in and I have my session there on podcasting, I need to bring my laptop because my keynote's on that. So I'll have my laptop, and I didn't want to bring my Nikon D850 to do any video, so I am doing it with my iPhone. As you saw in a previous video, but packing really light. So I have that ready to go. And by the way, I am right now recording in the Moment app with the Moment 18mm lens and the Rode VideoMic Me L as the audio. So this should sound pretty good, should look pretty good. So this is how I'm going to be vlogging this weekend. Using my iPhone, only my iPhone. One of the things that I love about this weather, it's now, what day is it? So it's September 14th, and it's probably about 60 degrees right now, and it's going to get up to almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit by 2 o'clock, but there's fog, some really cool fog over this hill, and it's every morning this time of year, every morning, and then the fog goes away, and then it gets to a nice warm temperature, but then every morning it's nice and cool. So yeah, I like this weather. I like the cooler air. That's not too cold, not snowing, but look at that fog. Look at that fog. Oh man, that looks cool. I could be wrong, but I don't think the Moment app, the new update 2.0 or whatever this version is called, I don't think it's stabilizing. I don't think it's using the optical stabilizer in the lens. I don't know why, but I have a funny feeling about that. So it is using the stabilizer. I just tested it, but it's probably because the 18mm lens, the wide lens, and I'm walking kind of hard right now, so maybe that's why it kind of looks like it's going up and down, not really stabilizing. And I'm also hand holding instead of using a tripod to sort of help stabilize myself. So there you go. It is stabilizing.
Rodriguez, Lisa, Lee, and myself. I'm a member of this team, WordPress Pro by Judy, a chance to learn about accessibility with James, an opportunity to learn how to do it by Chloe and Colette, a do-it-yourself content strategy by Larry, and many more excellent talks I just didn't have the time to mention. But I want to talk less.
I said about it, but that's you tomorrow. Even if people say that vlogging in public, you get used to it, no, you don't get used to it. It's still awkward. So my next bus doesn't come for a half hour. I'm at the Port Authority just waiting at the gate for my bus. Figured I'll just give a quick recap. I sat in 3 different sessions today before lunch. Now I have to get home. Now the lunch is done from WordCamp. I have to get home for a family thing. So that's why I'm at the bus stop instead of still at WordCamp. Basically, I sat in 3 sessions, 2 of which were okay, 1 of which was really great. Tomorrow there's a whole bunch I want to sit on. In addition to I have my own session, which is at 11:30, and that's on podcasting. So should be really good. And I talked to a bunch of people who were actually planning on coming to my session, so that is really nice to hear and see that people are coming. They gave me the really big room. There's 3 rooms, one's small, one's medium, and one is very large. The very large room is double the size of the 2 small rooms put together. So, and I'm in that really big room, so I'm assuming that means that they expect a lot of people to be in my session, which will be great.
Attention, John Lee.
So I've got 30 minutes to wait here. I'm just going to put in my headphones, listen to the podcast, and let my wife know I'm on my way home soon. Then I have an hour bus ride, so yeah, be back in an hour and a half. So after the opening remarks was a session that I sat in from one of the marketing guys over at Bluehost. And it was basically about bootstrapping your marketing on a very low budget. And it was okay. Well, I didn't learn anything I didn't, know already, but it was okay. After that I sat in on a session about accessibility, web design that makes the web design good, websites good for and apps, things like that, good for those who are deaf, those who are blind, those who may not have hands, things like that. And that was a really, really good session. I've sat in a lot of those at different WordCamp conferences, but this one in particular was really good. And then the last one I sat in was a girl who is a writer, and due to really dramatic life events, suffers from really intense writer's block. And she talked about how she gets through the writer's block. And it was interesting. Now, I had to leave early, right after lunch, before some family stuff going on yesterday. But today is day 2. And I'm headed back to the bus. I've got my laptop. I've got all my speaking remote. I've got a bunch of stuff. And I'm talking about podcasting today. So I'm thinking I'm going to, even though the session is recorded in video and audio, and it's transcribed in real time, I am thinking I'm going to record the episode using the Rode Video Me L and the Rode Publisher, whatever, I don't know whatever the app is called. There's a Rode app that's made for this microphone. I'm going to record it on my iPhone, audio only, and potentially use it for the Imagery podcast, and see how it matches up to the audio that the WordCamp is doing for the video, and go from there. So it's another one of those foggy mornings. Check that out. I wish the fog stayed by the time I got to the city, but it warms up too much, so the fog will be gone by the time I get to the city, unfortunately. But that would be really cool to walk through the city in all that fog. I've done it once. It was at like 3 or 4 a.m. and I was at, I think it's called South Street Station. Southport? I don't know what it was called. So yeah, speaking today about podcasting. First time talking about podcasting in public. Today's day 2. WordCamp New York City 2018. So far it's a fun event. People are nice. Sessions are good. Food is good. The venue's awesome. WordCamp 2018. WordCamp New York City 2018. So overall, the WordCamp New York City event went very well. My session went very well. They gave me the biggest room, which I thought was really interesting. I guess they thought that the podcasting topic would be very popular, and in fact, the room was half filled. Now, to put into perspective, my guess is the smallest room could hold about 25 people at most. The medium-sized room could probably hold about 40 people, maybe 50, and the biggest room could probably hold about 200 or more people, and I had it about half filled. So that was pretty good. I did record the session using the Video Mic Me L microphone on my iPhone. It's not the best quality only because I was moving around a lot. I didn't realize how much I was moving around until about halfway through when I realized I wasn't anywhere near the podium. And then the session is recorded as video from the conference. So it will be on WordPress.tv at some point with the audio coming off the lav mic that the audio guy set up for me. So I will have a recording available, and I will probably put it on this channel once it's available. So there, it'll be available for you. Overall, it was a great time. WordCamps are always a lot of fun, especially when they're in your local area. You don't have to travel so far. I am exhausted from going back and forth to New York City 2 days in a row very early, but I would do it again because it was a lot of fun. I also had a chance to test a couple other products aside from the Video Mic Me L. I also tested one of the Qi wireless battery backups that I have, and that's going to be in a separate video, a review for these two products that I am currently testing, and I already have some thoughts on that, so stay tuned for that video. If you were in my session at WordCamp New York City on podcasting, well, thank you for attending that session. And if you are interested in podcasting, well, stay tuned to the channel. Click that subscribe button below now because there will be a recording of the session available eventually. If you like this video, click that subscribe button below right now. I publish new videos every Monday and Thursday whenever possible. You don't want to miss it.